greatest X-Men going to get her very own solo flick, starring Taylor Swift. Find out more on today's Nerdist News What the Fridays. X-Men Apocalypse comes out in a month, and yet we're still learning of new cast additions on almost a daily basis. Last week we got our first still of Blob, our first peek at Wolverine's inevitable cameo, my hair is stuck in my armpit, and now we might have just learned of the movie's most exciting addition yet. Are you all ready for this?
Yep.
Dazzler might be appearing in X-Men Apocalypse. Woo! And that is awesome. Played by Taylor Swift.
Yeah!
I'm trying to smile, I just can't. I know, it sounds too good to be true, you guys. And it still might be, there's been no confirmation, but consider our hopes raised. Here's what went down. First, Sophie Turner tweeted a still of young Jean Grey and Cyclops flirting at the mall while looking at a Dazzler record. And Turner made sure to note that they were looking at her favorite singer's album, pre-1989. Pretty over-the-top reference to Taylor Swift's magnum opus, Sophie! So now keep in mind, the photo on the cover is not actually Taylor Swift, but rather the cover of 1983's Dazzler number 29 by Bill Sienkiewicz. Is that right?
Nailed it!
Sweet, but that doesn't matter. Sophie tagged Taylor Swift in the photo. And as some of you may recall, last summer, Simon Kinberg shared a photo of himself, Sophie Turner, and bald James McAvoy hanging out with the singer in Montreal, where X-Men Apocalypse was shooting. So, yeah, folks, I think it is pretty safe to assume that we've got a Taylor Swift as Dazzler cameo on the way. This is not only a bit of perfect casting, but it's a dream come true from some of us die-hard Disco Dazzler fanatics who've wished so long to see Alison Blair, the rock star mutant with the ability to turn sound vibrations into powerful energy beams on the big screen. So we have to ask, does this mean we've finally got a Dazzler solo flick on the way? Well, funny story. Way back in 1979, we almost did. One of the Dazzler co-creators, Jim Shooter, wrote a treatment for a film that would have starred Bo Derek as the superheroine, and like most things written during cocaine's heyday, the treatment is completely f***ing insane. And amazing. And here's how it goes down. Dazzler, Spider-Man, and the Avengers, who in this treatment are made up of Iron Man, Beast, Wasp, Falcon, and Scarlet Witch, are thrust suddenly into a futuristic dystopian New York where two feudal clans, Upper Hatton and Lower Hatton, battle for supremacy. These two factions are led by the Queen of Fire, who the script suggests would be played by Donna Summer, and her Stompers, played by the Village People. I've got goosebumps. Their army rides atop unicorns who pull chariots made up of old Datsun pickup trucks. The other faction is led by the Witch Queen, who would obviously be played by Cher, and her Dread Knights, who would obviously be played by motherfucking Kiss. They ride atop dark lizards. Guys, everything I am saying in this treatment is real. It was a real treatment written for real money in 1979. This was official. Marvel was on board. A studio was involved. Money was spent. Designs were made. Official. This is not a joke. I would be so stoked to see that happen. In the script, Dazzler becomes the prophesied Sun Queen, whose destiny it is to unite the two factions once more with the help of her invincible knights, none other than the freaking Avengers and, oh yeah, Spider-Man. She has a brief romance with Tristan, who the treatment says would have to be played by Robin Williams, and defeats the evil Lord Chaos, Rodney Dangerfield. Because of course! Oh, also, Lenny and Squiggy are written into this thing. It's complete and utter madness. It's the best, and it needs to be made. Right now, nearly 40 years later. This is a socio-political responsibility you have, Fox Studios. You can't just introduce Dazzler into the X-Men cinematic universe and not give us history's greatest cinematic blueprint. Make this movie, Fox. It's too late for Bo Derek. I don't really agree with that. It's never too late for Bo Derek. But Taylor Swift is a pretty acceptable replacement. But what do you guys think? Do you like Taylor Swift for Dazzler? I think you know my answer. Would you like to see this movie get made? Again, that I'm totally stoked for. Are you Googling Dazzler treatment right now? Because you should be. It's totally out there and it's really easy to find. You should read it and then we need to discuss it. And guess what? We're going to actually be discussing it with you live at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Join us for what we're calling Nerdist News Live. It's part of our open beta week where all week we've been trying out new shows and getting your feedback. So come hang out with us right here back on those ugly green chairs as we talk all about X-Men, Marvel, Tay-Tay, and more what the effery with you. In fact, we're going to try doing our best worst comment of the week over there today, and you won't want to miss it. We'll be on both Facebook and YouTube Live, again, 3 p.m. Pacific time. It's two of my favorite Nerdist ladies, Rachel Hine and Leisha Lutz. First, Tay-Tay as Dazzler, on board.
I'm on board with Dazzler. You know, I'm willing to give it a shot. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I will give Taylor the benefit of a doubt. I don't want to be a hater before we even know what's going on and how good she is. I mean, you look at Heath Ledger as the Joker.
True. Yep.
He killed it. So, like, who knows? Taylor could surprise us. I'm gonna stay here and silently wait.
I will be thrilled if she surprises us, but I'm not gonna hold my breath.
That's fair.
And you guys are closing out our open beta week with a bang today, am I right?
Yes!
What you got?
Fangirling! Oh my gosh, we are so pumped for fangirling. Obviously, we're fangirling about the mere idea of fangirling. It's very meta, and it's gonna be so fun. We have the 100-star Eliza Taylor as our main guest, which is crazy. I can't wait to talk about Polis and Lexa and AI and everything that's going on with that show. Tiffany Smith is our guest co-host from DCL Access, so you guys probably know.
Good friend of mine.
Yes,
Super
friend
sweet.
of Nerdist, friend of Chobot, friend of everyone maybe, I don't know. And we've got segments with Tatiana Maslany and Will Wheaton. They're gonna be amazing.
And that's today at 4 p.m. Pacific on the Nerdist YouTube and Facebook pages, so please check it out. We're really excited to show you what we're working on.
Awesome. So I'm a huge K-drama fan, so can I be a guest on to talk about K-dramas? Because I got a bunch of
Yes.
K-drama love
Absolutely.
welling up inside of me that has no outlet.
It needs to be on fangirling. That can be your outlet. It can be
Sweet.
everyone's outlet, especially if you have the feels.
Perfect. I do have the feels. I'm super excited. Find it all over at Nerdist.com.
Woo!